Hey guys, I'm gonna give you a few more minutes to come on in. This is my jam right here. I've been jamming all week. I'm telling you, God is so good. Hi, Cheryl. So I'm just kind of listening a little bit. We're going to get started here in a moment, but this is on my jam. This is Doobie Powell. I don't know if you've heard of Doobie Powell, but he is so smooth. He's such a jazz artist, and I just love him. He is awesome. The name of the song is called Jesus is the Best Thing That's Ever Happened to Me. Like, but Doobie, he is so, like, his style, he's laid back, jazz artist. He is all that, and I love him. His style, he got horns. He's like real musicianship. That's what's up. All right, guys, so go ahead and get started here. Thank you so much for joining me for a very quick Facebook Live, but I just wanted to get on and share. I had posted some information on my YouTube channel, posted some information on Instagram as well. I have to do what I know is my rightful place and my rightful thing, and that is social media. And last week I shared just about being at a place, being at the end of me, and that was such a vulnerable moment. Literally in that moment, in that second. And I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but it cracked a little bit because what I was sharing with you was very real and very personal. And so just letting go and just letting things be and letting God do what he wants to do in my life, and just saying, okay, God, you know what? I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not going to resist. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with me. And one of the things that I had actually posted on my Instagram too this week about spending down to the last of you. I got 4 things I want to tell y'all today. 4 things I want to tell y'all today. So spending down to the last of you, basically just trying to prove yourself, trying to prove your worth and that kind of thing. And so when you are in those positions and when you realize you start spending who you are down to the core, where you've got the last of you, but then you bring in your resources, you start giving out of you. It starts to take away from you. And so that was one of the things that I shared. Like, don't spend down to the last of you, because you are worth so much more, and you have such great value that follows the very essence of who you are. And so with that being said, gonna be completely transparent, because this is what this is all about. And I realize that in transparency is power. That's what's wrong with a lot of things now. People are not true and they're not real, and they give you the fake and the funk. And I'm not about that. That's not who I am. So anyway, I just want to say, getting to that point and just telling God, you know what, Lord, I'm done with me. I completely surrender to your will for my life. And when I posted that about being down and not spending down to the last of you, that's never wise with your resources. It's not wise with your time, whether that's money, your resources, your energy, none of that. And so this week, I am telling you, this is the first testimony that I have to tell you. So this week, I was like, Lord, I got some things I got to figure out. With my money, I got to get some stuff straight. Trying to go a route that I normally would go to try and fix the situation, that wasn't happening. And there was another way that God had already provided. Now, let me tell you this. In that other way God already provided for me, I kid you not, thousands of dollars came into my hand. You hear me? thousands of dollars came into my hand. And I was like, Lord, like what in the world? Like I never would have imagined, I never would have guessed. But that heart turn is what I'm trying to get at. That heart turn, when you tell God yes, when you're like, okay, God, I'm gonna do whatever it is that you're calling me to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. God began to move and he did something for me. And when I say again, thousands of dollars came into my hand. I'm trying to fix it one way. God said, no, I got another way for you. And thousands of dollars came into my hand, blew my mind. And I'm like, God, nobody but you. Let me tell you something. When I say that thousands of dollars came in to save my behind, let me just say, save my behind. Because you know how we get sometimes. You're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this and you're doing that. And you go back and you look and oh, Lord. God said, no. God said, I got you. You told me yes. I'm going to show you. I got you. Literally, thousands of dollars came into my hand. Another thing that happened just this week, 5 days. You hear me? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. The other thing was matters of the heart. I have been praying and asking God for something specific. And when I say months, I literally mean months. I kid you not. I had talked to my sister about it. I talked to my mentor, Apostle Francina Price. Love her, powerful businesswoman, sharp as I'll get out. Talking to these different ones about it. And I'm just saying, Lord, I don't even know what to do about all of this. God was just like, be quiet. Just be quiet. When I say this week, the opportunity came where God showed me that everything that I was concerned about, he heard me. It was like I didn't even have to chase down the resource, have to chase down the solution. The solution came to me. I don't even know if you really understand what I'm saying, but here I am thinking, God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to fix this? How are you going to fix this situation? Because this thing was heavy on my heart. But God said, I got you. The solution chased me down. And I tell you this, there is more coming to that. There is so much more coming to that. The other thing, okay, so that's number 2 this week. All right, so this week I am looking at my account, and I had actually called my banking company. I called them. I said, hey, I said, this right here, this is a wrong charge on my account. I'm like, can you roll this back? Can you fix this? There's an issue with this claim. First claim I ever made, and I've been with this company almost 15 plus years, a long time. So I called them and I said, can we fix this claim? This claim is not right. They're like, okay, Ms. Khan, we'll see what we can do about it, etc. So anyway, I hadn't seen any movement on my account, so I called the bank back. And the bank says, oh, Ms. Khan, this claim was filed incorrectly. There's nothing more to be done. I was like, well, what's up with the paperwork? I don't see any paperwork regarding this claim. I was told they were going to email me, etc. The man was like, yeah, no, there's no paperwork with this. The claim was filed incorrectly. So I'm like, okay, all right, so the claim was filed incorrectly. Well, what was it? Yesterday morning. So I'm getting up. I'm just excited about everything that God is doing and how he's moving. Every morning I'm checking my money. You hear me? Every morning I'm checking my money. So anyway, I go and I look in on my account and I see that what they told me would not happen actually happened. So the charge that they took out that was wrong, they actually rolled it back and gave me more money. Do you hear me? After they told me they were not going to fix it and that it was filed incorrectly, they went back and gave me my money back. I'm telling you, I just was so amazed. I'm like, what, Lord? Are you kidding me? This is amazing. And it just blessed my heart. And I'm like, God, you are all over this. You keep showing me. This is the 3rd time this week that you have moved from my behalf. So at the beginning of the week, God literally put thousands of dollars in my hand. Second part of the week, God is saying, I heard you. I hear your heart. You've been worried about this for months, but I'm going to take care of it. I've already got you. Third thing, I'm looking at my account and what they said, it wasn't going to be. God said, I'm going to give you your money back. And then some. And that's what he did. I am telling you, this week has been off the chain. So I put up a video last night about me building and investing. And so that's what I did yesterday. And so I'm driving to this huge mall in the state of Georgia, one of the best places to go to get whatever you need, pretty much. And so I just want to talk about the protection of God as well, because he is so faithful. And when you're in position and you stay in position, your life is literally saved. I kid you not. So I'm driving and I'm getting off on this exit, and the car in front of me, they stopped all suddenly. And I think we all have experienced, you're driving and you're going off, and then somebody stops really quickly, and then you've got the backup of traffic. Sometimes you have to pull over to keep from hitting that person in front of you. And so that's what happened to me yesterday. I'm on the road and I'm driving, and I literally had to pull over really quickly to keep from hitting the car in front of me. However, there was a tractor trailer truck behind me. You hear me? So the tractor trailer truck behind me pulled over. He had to do the same thing I did to keep from hitting me. And so he does that. He maneuvers himself and he pulls up right beside me, and he didn't stop until he was basically at the front of my car. So I'm looking at him on the passenger side of my car, but the momentum that he was already in, he couldn't stop until he got to about the front of my car. And when I say inches away from my door, inches away from my door, I had to stop and give God praise, because it just blew me away. And I'm like, Lord, like, I thank you for your protection, because even in that, I am driving and I'm staying in position. But the car behind me, this tractor trailer behind me, misses me by that much. And could not stop. Like I said before, the momentum in which he was going, it would have just squished my car altogether. It would have crumpled my car like altogether, the way he was going, at what speed he was going, and where he was. But when I say the goodness of God, he is so faithful. And I say all that because I shared with you such a transparent moment on Monday. Today is Sunday, but all of this happened within the course of 6 days. And so I just say all that to encourage somebody else. When God begins to minister to you and you realize that you've come to the end of yourself, let it be. Be at the end of you and trust God that he's got your back. And like I said, for me this week, the way he blessed me, and I'm thinking, Lord, okay, so this is the way I need to go to try and rectify this situation. And God said no. And his plan was way bigger than mine. I had no idea. I could not have anticipated the goodness of God. But literally, he put thousands of dollars in my hand. This week, what had been a burden on my heart for 6 months or more that I was concerned about, I didn't have to chase the solution. The solution came to me. The goodness of God. My account being rolled back. I'm going to tell you, I have never seen the bank do that kind of thing. But they said, oh, Miss Khan, we don't do that. We're done. We're done. The claim was misfiled. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we need to do with that. Yeah. And then God rolled the money back. And I woke up that morning. I said, wait a minute. What? What? Are you kidding me? God is faithful. And then with his protection over us, no matter where we go, no matter what we're doing, no matter where we are, when you're in the will of God, he is faithful and he is just to keep you. This is Christine. This is me. This is my life being transformed. And I just wanted to share with somebody this week, the first week in January. And like I said before, people always talk about change and that kind of thing. Yes. But when you think about it, honey, when you get down to the nitty gritty, it is work. Do you hear me? It is work. But I want to let you know that God is with you and that he sees you in every single thing that you do. He is already there. And so I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you. I've got one other thing I want to do real quick. So I'm kind of standing up in my home. And this is the next part of this journey. And of course, with everything that I gave to God, and you'll be able to hear about that and see and hear my story. It is real. It is a real story. It is not a made up, fake, no funk. It's not pretty. I have been through some stuff. Do you hear me? Trust me when I say that. So the other part of my journey, I just want to show you guys a picture of what I look like physically, because this is the thing that God has charged me with, to drop this weight. A lot of times weight is emotional as well and things that we've been through. So I'm going to back up from the camera just for a moment. I want you to see what I look like. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick view of what I look like. I am 5 feet. I am over 200 pounds. My body mass index is much higher than it should be. And so I'm saying all that to be transparent because I want to talk to us beautiful melanin women and men. We have some work to do. And so I'm working on me. And so I've got some work to do today to do my meal prep, certainly working out and exercising and all of that. But it is our responsibility to take care of us. And God is like, you know what? Get the weight off of you. You've been here long enough. It's time to go emotionally. I am healing you. I am setting you free. Don't live in your emotions. The other thing I said this week too on my Instagram is when you come to the end of a thing, that's where the new begins. And this week when I really came to the end of me and I'm still letting things go, it's all a process. Nothing happens overnight. But when you come to that place and you're able to just be before God, He can and He will use you. He can and He will meet you right where you are. So until next time, I say join me in whatever quest and whatever part of your journey, whatever part this touches for you. Join me. Watch me. Share with me. As I am transformed, you be transformed. Love you all. Have a great, fabulous day. Bye.